Welcome back to more Let's Play The Cat Lady! Today we're on the final chapter. Chapter 7. Don't feed the troll. Don't feed the troll? Oh. Oh, it's that thing again. Let's poke it and tell it to go away. What a lovely moon. Oh, indeed. Flat 5 is indeed open. Alright. Oh. Fish tank. What the hell are those things in the back? I don't like the look of that water. There isn't a single fish in that tank. And?
Just look at this door. Crazy son of a bitch. That's not gonna stop us. I think there's someone in the kitchen.
Alright, before we do anything else, we're gonna save. So the reason why you want to save right here is because in order to get the multiple endings, as there are quite a few in this game, it's actually kind of best to save right here before you talk to anybody or do anything, except examine the fish tank. But don't worry about that. Don't worry about it. But as Mitzi say, there's somebody in the kitchen, and let's give them a chat.
Are you Adam?
Me? No, of course not. I don't have anything to do with all this foolishness. Never have. It's my son. I've told him time and time again, but he never listens. I've done my best to protect that boy, you know. I'm all he's got left in the world since his mama died, but it just wasn't enough.
Where is he then? Where's Eye of Adam?
He's in his room. Where else would he be? He's always in his room, staring at that screen for as long as he can. Look, I've made up my mind about this. I want to help you. This mess he's in, it's gone too far. I can't be part of this.
What are you talking about?
You don't understand. He's watching us. Right now, he can see us on his camera. He's very clever with this stuff. I never got my head around it. Just as much as I needed to, I guess. But not a lot.
Give us the key to his room. I want to talk to him.
Look, it's a trap. He knows why you're here, and he will kill you. Both of you. But he will not kill me. He won't dare. All these years, I've looked after him well. He owes me everything. It breaks my heart to do this now. What choice do I have? He left me this. I was supposed to keep it for myself, but I want you to take it. He won't dare to kill his own father, and I won't let 2 innocent lives be lost because of him.
What is it?
Just take the damn thing. There's not much time. Didn't you hear me? He's watching.
So, the Eye of Adam is his son, and he's planning on killing us. Well, let's take the box and find out what's
What
inside.
is it, Mrs. A?
It's a shoebox.
Take it away! Get rid of it! He must see that I don't have it anymore.
Shall we open it?
Yeah, let's find out. What's in the shoebox? Uh-oh.
Oh God. Mitzi, we have to get out of here. Quickly. It's a gas mask. He's going to poison us.
Huh. Back to the fish tank. Looking through things. Oh, crap. Yeah, that's where he's gonna poison us.
It's too late.
Shit. Oh, shit. Shit. Shit.
No! Stop that, Adam! You're going to kill your father!
We'll never make it to the door. That room is filling up with gas too quickly. Put the mask on, Mrs. A.
What about you? No, I can't.
You've got to. This is your only chance.
No, I can't let you die. Not like this.
It's my fault that you're here. I'm dying anyway. And you've got to live, Mrs. A. You'll live and you'll be happy again. You've been a great friend, Mrs. A.
So, we are given 2 options. And this does affect what ending you get. But, since I said I want the best ending in this game, the right thing to do is give the mask to Mitzi. Your time may be short, but darn it, you want to live way more than I sorta wanted to.
No. You've got a date, and I'll make sure you turn up for it.
I can't.
There is no time to argue. I'll be fine. Now. Do it!
And as the room is filled up with gas,
Mitzi, think of a vegetable while I'm gone.
we say our goodbye and follow to our demise. Hey, it's the field of barley! This doesn't look familiar in any shape, way, or form. Ha ha. Just kidding. Well, we're back here. You know what that means. Our apartment. That's exactly what it means. Our apartment. No, it's a queen of maggots.
Welcome home, darling. I've been waiting for you. What took you so long?
Say what you've got to say and let's finish this. I'm tired of you. Tired of all this madness. I just need to get back.
Very well. I'm not planning to keep you long. Let's go inside. I have one last job for you. There are still 2 candles left, Susan. You know how this works. A soul for a soul.
And that's it. I blow out the last candle, and I'll never have to see you again.
Only if you blow out the right one. I'll never bother you again. Isn't that what you want? But if you choose wrong, it will be your life extinguished forever. Just take a deep breath and do it.
But how should I know which one's right?
That's the thing, Susan. You can't know that. In life, you can't always know the consequences before you make a decision. Haven't you learned that yet?
That's not fair.
Nothing is fair. You opened your heart talking to that doctor, and he butchered you like an animal. Then those disgusting cannibals, they chop you up and cook you for dinner if you'd let them. And what about the man with the flowers? All that he wanted was to hear you play before he split your skull open. The way your husband treated you, the way your neighbors laughed at you for years, just for being different. You did not deserve all that, and yet it happened. Am I forgetting something? Oh, yes, of course. Most of all, was it fair that...
Shut up! Just shut up, you ugly bitch! Now I know who you really are. All those feelings I had in me for years. That bitter guilt and self-pity. That hatred for myself and everyone else. You are that miserable illness that's consumed my heart all these years. You, always there, always. Every day I looked at you in the mirror, like a dark cloud I couldn't see through. I let you take control of my life. I believed it was right to feel like this. But not any longer. This ends here.
Then blow out the candle.
So, we have 3 options. Blow out the left candle, blow out the right, or refuse. If you want the best ending, you refuse.
No, I won't. I'm done playing your stupid little games. You won't tell me what to do anymore. I am stronger than you. I can close my eyes and you'll be gone.
Blow out the candle.
It's time to say goodbye, sister. I'm not gonna miss you.
You will never leave this place without me. You need me. We are one.
No. Tomato. You were thinking about a tomato, right?
And like that, we're back.
Tomato is a fruit, silly.
Who cares? I like tomatoes.
So do I. But I hate to disappoint you, but I was really thinking of onions.
Why onions?
They're the saddest of the vegetables, of course. They make people cry. What happened, Mrs. A? I saw you die. And yet, you're here. Alive, like if nothing's ever happened.
Well, let's put it this way. Everyone knows cats have 9 lives. So do cat ladies, apparently.
Nice.
But this time, I feel there won't be second chances. I'm down to 1 last life now. I can't afford to waste it.
You are such a nutter, Mrs. A. You are absolutely fucking bonkers.
Yep.
But I'm so happy to see you. Never, ever do that to me again, alright?
I can happily promise you that, Mitzi.
This is it. His room is through that door. It's time to face the eye of Adam.
What are we waiting for? Let's do it.
So, there's just something I quickly want to point out before we enter. Notice there's a chair in the shower? Huh. You know, the old man was pretty adamant that he could take care of himself. But who else would need a chair in the shower? Oh. That's why.
You're the Eye of Adam? A pathetic, wheelchair-bound invalid? Is this a joke? Do you know who I am? Do you know what you've done to me?
Oh!
Fucking murderer! Tonight it's your turn to die. I'm gonna paint this room with your brains and I'm gonna watch and smile. I swear to God I'll do it.
Mitzi.
Well, nothing to say? Nothing at all? Aren't you going to beg for your sad little life? Say something! Anything!
Mitzi, where did you get that gun from?
It doesn't matter. Please, Mrs. A. This is something I have to do. You are free to leave if you want. You don't have to be a part of it. Just try to understand. Beg for forgiveness, you scum. What the fuck is wrong with you? You don't believe I'm gonna shoot you, do you? Oh, I've dreamt of this moment for so long.
Look at this man, Mitzi. He hasn't twitched a muscle since we entered the room. I think he's paralyzed.
That's impossible. He's lying to us. He's faking it. Do something. Talk for God's sake. I need you to answer me. I need to know.
He won't answer you. He can't talk.
Then, how did he post all that stuff online? What the?
Whoa. A keyboard? We at last.
How did he do it?
I think I know how. See that little device on his left eye? I've heard about these. It's a controller. It seems the only part of his body he can move is his eyeball. Controller connected to the computer tracks its movement, allowing him to...
What? That's ridiculous. How do you even know such things?
I'm a nurse? I've seen these before. Well, I've seen eye-controlled wheelchairs, but there's no reason why it wouldn't work with a computer.
Jesus. That would explain the whole Eye of Adam thing. He really is just the eye. But no, that doesn't change anything. He must die. He deserves nothing more.
Do it.
What? You arrogant shit! I will fucking do it. Just tell me one thing. One thing. Why? Why did you make Jack kill himself?
Pull the trigger and you'll find out.
Fine. It'll be a pleasure. Ready to die, scumbag?
Alrighty. Well, first order of business. Look at all these oxygen tanks. There's like 4 of them I can see right now.
Look at these oxygen tanks. I don't think it's a good idea.
What? Why not? I'm the one holding a gun here. And I will blow this bastard's brain out as soon as he looks at me. You hear me? Look at me. I want you to see what you've done. The pain you've caused me.
Mitzi, that's not what I meant. Just put the gun down for a second.
No! No. I can't do that, Mrs. A. I'm sorry. This is something I have to do. I have to.
Can't you hear that hissing sound? These cylinders are clearly leaking gas.
Please stay out of it.
You'll make a whole room blow up.
I don't care. Just leave me alone.
Wow, Mitzi's pretty adamant about killing the Eye of Adam. Oh, and try to avoid this. This automatically gives you the bad ending. Well, the bad ending is kind of subjective, to be perfectly honest, but like I said, I want the best ending! And so, we're gonna keep trying to convince Mitzi to knock it off.
You lied to me. You never said you wanted to kill him.
Now, wasn't that quite obvious? What did you think I wanted to do? Have a coffee with him? Chat about the weather or politics? For God's sake, I'm here because this son of a bitch needs to die. If I don't kill him now, he'll just carry on and more innocent people will lose their lives. Do you really want that? Because I don't.
This isn't the way to do it. Just turn these computers off instead.
No! He doesn't deserve to live after what he's done.
And who are you to serve justice like this? Do you really want to kill an unarmed, paralyzed man?
Why are you doing this, Mrs. A? I thought you were my friend.
That's exactly why I'm doing this. Even if we survive the explosion, how will you be able to live with yourself?
I won't have very long to live with it. I'll manage just fine.
Think about it for a second. Would Jack really want this?
This bastard messed with Jack's head. He tricked him. That's what he does. He fucking tricked him.
But would Jack really want you to become a murderer?
No, he wouldn't. He wasn't violent at all. He was the kindest, sweetest guy I ever knew.
Exactly. Now, put that gun down already.
But what about me? No, I'll do it. I know Jack will forgive me.
Well, we have one more thing to say, and hopefully it changes her mind.
Without his father, he's harmless. He was the one who supplied him with all this technology. He fulfilled his every single wish. I know this guy's rotten bad. There's no excuse for what he did. But he will be punished for it. Trust me. They'll put him in some stinking nursing home. He'll live his life like a vegetable. Stuck to bed. He'll have time to think about what he's done. And he'll never see a computer screen again. Isn't that enough?
He said, do it. He wants to die and I want to kill him.
Oh, another option came up. Excellent.
He wants us all to die. Can't you see that? Isn't that what he's been preaching? A joint suicide. That's why he wants you to shoot him. So we can all get blown to pieces. His final act. The work of his life. Are you really going to give him that satisfaction? Remember what you said about feeding the troll? That's exactly what you're going to do if you kill him now.
No. Maybe you're right. You should leave, Mrs. A. I've never wanted you to get hurt. But I'm not going away without this fucker dead. Even if that means I die too.
Mitzi, have you lost your mind? You're going to sacrifice your life for this scum? He's a parasite! A worthless, evil piece of shit!
It's not like I've got anyone to live for, is it?
What? What about your mother? Your family?
She's dead. Yeah, I lied. I always lie. I grew up in an orphanage. My family never wanted to know me. The only person that cared about me was Jack. And he's dead. Yeah. Happy now? So get the fuck out of here and let me do what I got to do.
So, who taught you all that lockpicking stuff? Was that just something found on the street, or what? But this is our last and final chance to convince Mitzi to stop.
I care about you. Do it for me. Come on, mate. It's been a long day. Let's go home. We've won.
Have we really?
Trust me. I know we have.
How?
I'm the cat lady. From now on, I win every single day.
So with that, both Mitzi and Adam are alive. And we saved the day thanks to the
It's
cat
me,
lady.
again, talking about my ordinary little life, as usual. I'm still surprised anyone would want to read this at all. The ramblings of a cat lady. I met some people. We go out sometimes, and I'm not alone anymore. It turned out there were others who felt like I did. I talked to them, tried to help. And now, I'm writing this blog. I must confess, yesterday was bad. It was one of those days when you feel like you're back in the past, and all the good stuff that happened was just a dream. But I woke up today, feeling better. Maybe I can never get rid of it. This invisible illness. Maybe it will always be living somewhere deep inside me, asleep, waiting, and when it'll hit me hard.
Mitzi?
But if there's one thing Mitzi taught me, it's that you have to pick yourself up and carry on. It doesn't matter that life isn't fair. It doesn't matter that you make mistakes. You fall and rise again. And speaking of Mitzi, well, I don't know what happened. I guess I never will. But against all odds, she just got better. Maybe it's because of that last candle. Or some other things I did that year. I don't really care. She's still here. That's all that matters to me. Every time I visit my daughter's grave, she comes too. We don't have to talk. It's just nice to have somebody there with me. Worlds full of liars, traitors, cowards. But every now and then, you meet someone like Mitzi, who will just smile at it all. Now, I've forgiven the world and myself too. I teach myself to smile again. One day I'll get there. I know I will. Even if it takes me not 9. 900 lives.
And with that is it. So this was the Cat Lady. A really, really good game. I really like the story. The puzzles are not too bad. It didn't take me long on majority of them. One or two did give me trouble, but for the most part, not too bad. Definitely really like the characters. I think that's what made this whole piece so good. For starters, definitely like Susan Ashworth. You really kind of connect and understand her side of stuff and how much she's struggling and why she struggles so hard. And then Mitzi was also a great character. I feel like a lot of the side characters who just had small parts, like the neighbors in the apartments, also had great personalities, and I thought that was a really good touch. Like, they were just there for like 2 seconds, but still they had some thought into them. That's just really cool. Now the graphics. I can see some people not really liking the graphics, however, I really like the graphics. I mean, I like how it's like different styles of graphics put into one. And they used it really, 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 really well. So I like it a lot. But yeah, a lot of references to Downpour. So who knows, maybe I'll do that in the future. Not anytime soon though, that's a little too much. And oh my god, the music is so good in this game! I love the music. It captures whatever scene it's trying to achieve, like, very well. It knows when to be loud, it knows when to be quiet, it just... so magnifica! But that's not quite the end. I will be showing off the other endings to this game. Originally I was just going to show 2 endings because the rest of them are very repetitive, but I like to beat through as much as possible. And so, without further ado, let's take a look and see at those other endings. And here we are, back at the Flat 5. So what happens if we happen to be a little greedy with our mask? Or no, we're not going to do that yet. This one, I'm going to actually blow out one of the candles. And here we are, back to the Queen of Maggots, where we have a choice of blowing out the left candle, the right candle, or refusing. And as I said at the beginning, we're going to be blowing out a candle. Now, she does mention that if you blow out the right one, your life is spared, but if you blow out the wrong one, you die. You can choose left or right, it does not matter. The outcome is the exact same, so there is no right or wrong answer when choosing the candle. So, since left is just right there, let's blow out left.
Well done, Susan.
Tomato. You were thinking about a tomato, right?
And I'm just going to cut back to the ending where she says, don't kill them, live for me. So
To me it was a fruit, silly.
And so here we are, back once again, trying to convince Mitzi not to do it. But as I said before, we blew out the candle. So let's find out what happens when we do that.
I care about you. Do it for me. Come on, mate. It's been a long day. Let's go home. We've won.
Have we really?
Trust me. I know we have.
How?
I'm the cat lady. From now on, I win every single day. It's me, again, talking about my ordinary little life, as usual. I'm still surprised anyone would want to read this at all. The ramblings of a cat lady. Maybe I'm not a cat lady anymore. Things have changed here since Mitzi's death. I'll never forget those last few weeks. It's a horrible way to die. Stuck in a hospital bed with no hope and whole life to pass you by. 6 months ago, I lost the best friend I'd ever had. But at least we knew it was coming. I had time to accept it, just like she did. And I can only be glad we spent that time together. I still miss her though, every day. Did I ever mention I got into all this because of her? I opened her laptop the night after the funeral, and there it was. A friend request, over a year old. A little gift from behind the grave. I met some people. We go out sometimes, and I'm not alone anymore. It turned out there were others who felt like I did. I talked to them, tried to help. And now, I'm writing this blog. I must confess, yesterday was bad. It was one of those days when you feel like you're back in the past, and all the good stuff that happened was just a dream. But I woke up today, feeling better. Maybe I can never get rid of it. This invisible illness. Maybe it will always be living somewhere deep inside me, asleep, waiting, and when it'll hit me hard. But if there's one thing Mitzi taught me, it's that you have to pick yourself up and carry on. It doesn't matter that life isn't fair. It doesn't matter that you make mistakes. You fall and rise again. Worlds full of liars, traitors, cowards. But every now and then, you meet someone like Mitzi, who will just smile at it all. Now, I've forgiven the world and myself too. I teach myself to smile again. One day I'll get there. I know I will. Even if it takes me not 9, but 900 lives.
And so, this is the second ending, and it's actually considered the second best ending. And this is the one that most people are most likely going to get, which is fine. It's still a pretty good ending. I did not know you could actually let Mitzi live when I first played this game. In fact, I got all the other endings first before I got the good, best endings. But unfortunately, this ending is very repetitive, and all the other ones. It's kind of long and tedious, and that's why I kind of considered not doing the other endings, but decided to be thorough. And so, without further ado, let's check out those other endings. And here we are once again, back in Flat 5, ending number 3. And let's take the more revengeful route. Mitzi wants revenge, and so she shall have it. Alrighty, I kind of want to show this off real quick, or just make a little statement. Some people kind of believe that you might get additional dialogue if you choose to blow out a candle or refuse, depending on the rest of these endings. And as far as I can tell, I have noticed no difference. No different dialogue or anything like that. Mostly because the outcome is pretty much the same. So, yeah, no difference as far as I can tell. And it doesn't matter which one you choose. So, with that said, I'll head back to where we let Mitzi have her revenge. And now, here we are. Tried to convince Mitzi that the oxygen tanks are up and running, and she still gives absolute zero fucks about it. And so, she's pretty adamant about killing this guy, Adam. And without further ado, let us grant her her wish.
Fine. Kill him.
This is from Jack.
Wow. Sayonara.
It's me, again, talking about my ordinary little life, as usual. I'm still surprised anyone would want to read this at all. The ramblings of a cat lady. Maybe I'm not a cat lady anymore. Things have changed here since Mitzi's death. She made a terrible mistake by letting her hatred take over. Whatever time she had left, she lost it right there when she pulled the trigger. It was Adam's final victory. He wanted to die, after all, but he also managed to take one more soul with him. I was lucky, for once. Hardly even got injured. The explosion just swept me out of that room, and I stayed alive. I wish I was able to stop Mitzi, to talk her out of it, but I didn't. I'm not sure if I'm more angry with her for firing that gun, or with myself for failing to save her. I still miss her, though. Every day. Did I ever mention I got into all this because of her? I opened her laptop 6 months later, and there it was, a friend request. Something I forgot about a long time ago, a little gift from behind the grave. I met some people. We go out sometimes, and I'm not alone anymore. It turned out there were others who felt like I did. I talked to them, tried to help. And now, I'm writing this blog. I must confess, yesterday was bad. It was one of those days when you feel like you're back in the past, and all the good stuff that happened was just a dream. but I woke up today, feeling better. Maybe I can never get rid of it. This invisible illness. Maybe it will always be living somewhere deep inside me, asleep, waiting. And when it'll hit me hard. But if there's one thing Mitzi taught me, it's that you have to pick yourself up and carry on. It doesn't matter that life isn't fair. It doesn't matter that you make mistakes. You fall and rise again. Worlds full of liars, traitors, cowards. But every now and then, you meet someone like Mitzi, who will just smile at it all. Now, I've forgiven the world and myself too. I teach myself to smile again. One day I'll get there. I know I will. Even if it takes me not 9, but 900 lives.
And so, that's ending number 3. Very similar to the previous ending. And unfortunately, all the rest of the endings are, again, exactly the same, just minor dialogue differences. I think that's my only gripe with this game, is that 4 out of 5 endings are almost the exact same, with just minor dialogue. And I just feel like it's kind of annoying. I just feel like that's just recycling way too much. Oh well, that's just me. But Downpour does have different multiple endings, if I recall. It's been quite a while since I played this. But anyway, that's it for this ending. On to the 4th ending of this game. Alrighty, on to ending 4. And you know what? We've been extremely selfless. You know, everyone's telling us to live, and the previous ones we just kept choosing like the way that would just save Mitzi. You know? Save Mitzi, except the last one, we kind of let her die. But this time, when the gas mask is offered, we're taking it. We're being selfish. We want to live. And so here we are. Screw giving it to Mitzi, and we're going to put it on for ourselves. So we are done freaking dying. Unfortunately for us, we have to watch everyone around us die. It's pretty, kind of gruesome, a little bit. Not gory, but just a little perturbing. Bambi, what the hell are you doing here? What do you have to say for yourself, Bambi? Are you taking me to another hanged body? Because I really didn't appreciate that last one. Okay, Crow, how's it going? And we can't leave. The game definitely says you have to keep moving forward. And you have to go and do... What? You have to keep moving to the field of barley.
Welcome
Exact same
home,
thing.
darling.
So if anything different pops up, I'll show up. But if
I've
not,
been
then
waiting for you.
I'll
What
just head
took
back
you
to the
so
part where
long?
we enter Adam's
Say what you've
bedroom.
got to say and let's finish this. I'm tired.
Alright, we just exited the Queen of Maggot's place, and again, the exact same thing as I remember. But instead of just magically appearing in the shadows, we walk through the door. Now let us confront this Eye of Adam.
Hello, Adam. Mitzi is dead. Are you happy now? You don't have to answer. I'm not sure if you even can, but you got what you wanted. Congratulations. What are you anyway? You're paralyzed, aren't you? How convenient for you. I guess if you weren't, you'd be making a brilliant final speech right now. Something movie villains always do. You'd explain why you wished all those people dead. And then we would fight. Good versus evil. The way it always goes. But I don't know what's good and what's evil anymore. Perhaps I am the evil one here. I've done some horrible things. I let my friend die right in front of me. Because I'm scared of dying. Funny, isn't it? Susan Ashworth, a miserable reject who used to fantasize about suicide, chose to live after all. But this is your life we should talk about here, you parasite. You saw it all on your camera. Your own father choking to death, after all those years he spent providing for you. You ungrateful pig. And Mitzi, she gave up her only chance for revenge and sacrificed her life for me. Do you think I owe it to her to kill you?
And so, like before, he's typing a message to us, telling us to do it.
How clever. Is this how you murder people? That device on your eye, it's a controller, isn't it? I can see why you're known as the Eye of Adam now. That evil eye is the only part of you that works. That and your brain, of course, all rotten inside. You have no idea what you've done, do you? You've made people kill themselves using just words on the screen. In a way, you are a very powerful man.
And so we are left with two choices that will leave us with one ending, or two endings, excuse me. We can choose to kill Adam or let him live. Well, as the best ending said, he would be confined into the hospital and just live out the rest of his life like that, with no computer screen whatsoever. A useless vegetable, pretty much. So Susan said. And so, let's make him suffer the same fate.
No. This would be exactly what you want. I'm not going to make it so easy for you. But you will be punished for your crimes. Trust me. Your father would always refuse to put a stop to it, wouldn't he? You were his son. He didn't mind feeding you through a tube, washing you, emptying your catheter, but he would not pull a plug on you. Now that your father's dead, they'll put you in some stinking nursing home. They'll keep you alive for a long time, even though you'll wish for death every day. And the best part is that no one will even know about it. Because I'll make sure you'll never see a computer screen again. It's time for me. I'll be leaving now. You can expect people coming soon to collect you. Until then, make sure you don't go anywhere. right?
So we see a little bit different side, that Adam does indeed want to die. He just can't do it, and his father won't allow it.
It's me, again, talking about my ordinary little life, as usual. I'm still surprised anyone would want to read this at all. The ramblings of a cat lady. Maybe I'm not a cat lady anymore. Things have changed here since Mitzi's death. It was her decision to sacrifice her own life for the sake of mine. A decision that made me realize that people can still care about me, while her life was almost over anyway. She gave up on one thing that was most important to her. Revenge. And she did it for me. But if I really did become immortal for that short time in my life, wasn't it unnecessary for Mitzi to die before her time, poisoned like a rat? I still miss her, though. Every day. Did I ever mention I got into all this because of her? A little gift from behind the grave. I met some people. We go out sometimes, and I'm not alone anymore. It turned out there were others who felt like I did. I talked to them, tried to help. And now, I'm writing this blog. I must confess, yesterday was bad. It was one of those days when you feel like you're back in the past, and all the good stuff that happened was just a dream. But I woke up today, feeling better. Maybe I can never get rid of it. This invisible illness. Maybe it will always be living somewhere deep inside me, asleep, waiting, and when it'll hit me hard. But if there's one thing Mitzi taught me, it's that you have to pick yourself up and carry on. It doesn't matter that life isn't fair. It doesn't matter that you make mistakes. You fall and rise again. Worlds full of liars, traitors, cowards. But every now and then, you meet someone like Mitzi, who will just smile at it all. Now, I've forgiven the world and myself too. I teach myself to smile again. One day I'll get there. I know I will. Even if it takes me not 9, but 900 lives.
And so there it is, ending number 4. I kind of like this ending, mostly because it actually takes a perspective on Adam's side, that he actually does want to die, but his father refuses to let him die, because, you know, his father lost his wife. He's like, I don't want to lose my son either. But of course, Adam doesn't particularly care to die alone, or maybe he just needs someone to do it, help him do it for him. So, either or. I guess in the mid-scene or soon next ending, he's going to get his wish. So, we go on to the last and final ending of this game. lose our best friend, but don't worry, we shall seek revenge! And here we are, for the last time, in Flap 5, the fifth and final ending. Where we shall be selfish, but we will grant Mitzi's last dying wish. And so, here we are, the final ending. And the ending to kill Adam.
Your wish shall be granted.
I love how she kills him too. It's like the best way possible. Taking a good old cigarette. And she just flings it. Like they do in those slow-mo movies. Where they fling the cigarette and just like shoo, shoo, shoo to make an explosion. And it kills Adam. And thus, that's the end of all the endings. Let's hear the final word.
It's me, again, talking about my ordinary little life, as usual. I'm still surprised anyone would want to read this at all. The ramblings of a cat lady. Maybe I'm not a cat lady anymore. Things have changed here since Mitzi's death. It was her decision to sacrifice her own life for the sake of mine. A decision that made me realize that people can still care about me, while her life was almost over anyway. She gave up on one thing that was most important to her. Revenge. And she did it for me. But if I really did become immortal for that short time in my life, wasn't it unnecessary for Mitzi to die before her time, poisoned like a rat? Well, one thing's for sure. I made that fucker pay for it. I still miss her, though. Every day. Did I ever mention I got into all this because of her? A little gift from behind the grave. I met some people. We go out sometimes, and I'm not alone anymore. It turned out there were others who felt like I did. I talked to them, tried to help. And now, I'm writing this blog. I must confess, yesterday was bad. It was one of those days when you feel like you're back in the past, and all the good stuff that happened was just a dream. But I woke up today, feeling better. Maybe I can never get rid of it. This invisible illness. Maybe it will always be living somewhere deep inside me, asleep, waiting, and when it'll hit me hard. But if there's one thing Mitzi taught me, it's that you have to pick yourself up and carry on. It doesn't matter that life isn't fair. It doesn't matter that you make mistakes. You fall and rise again. Worlds full of liars, traitors, cowards. But every now and then, you meet someone like Mitzi, who will just smile at it all. Now, I've forgiven the world and myself too. I teach myself to smile again. One day I'll get there. I know I will. Even if it takes me not 9, but 900 lives.
And so, that was the 5th and final ending to The Cat Lady. Her brief dialogue at the end is literally the exact same one as number 4, except for one frickin' sentence. Pretty annoying. But, you know, that animatic little scene of her smoking and just flicking it towards the oxygen kind of makes up for it. Kind of, you know, I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. But that is it. That is all the endings to The Cat Lady. So, without further ado, thank you so much for watching this Let's Play of The Cat Lady and my first Let's Play ever. I hope I wasn't too annoying. Without further ado, I am Tara the Fox, you are the viewer, and I hope to see you next time.